to another edition of Taura with the Prince. I'm your boy Russell, aka the Prince. We're sitting here at Empower Conference in Goodhoods, Cape Town, where we're enjoying the presence of billionaires who are sitting here. We're out here in Cape Town with one of the powerful men, Elroy Cook, who has written the most powerful book you have ever read. I know you guys are listening and you're watching from all the way in Australia. I was happy to see you guys posting on our website, all the way in the UK, in New Zealand. Thank you very much for those guys who are watching in Zimbabwe and Zambia. You're welcome to the show. Today, like I said, we're sitting here with Elroy. Elroy, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. I've heard so many things about you, and I'm excited to get this interview on the road.
Cool. So tell me, who's Elroy?
Well, I can tell you a bit about me. I originally come from Johannesburg.
Yes.
I was raised by single parents, and I didn't grow up in a glamorized condition.
Yes.
My mom didn't work for most of the time, and I was caught in gangsterism. I even sold drugs at times.
Wow.
And because of that, people in my community started to label me and my brother horrible and terrible.
Sure.
Names synonymous for being the troublemakers, the misfits, and many times displaced. And we went, and it was like that in primary school. And entering high school, the stigma that loomed followed us like a signpost. So we went from bad to selling drugs, being in gangs, and getting involved in all kinds of fights. And because of how we were, Russell, you can imagine, people thought that we'd only land in two places: in prison or dead. One of the two. In all honesty, it almost turned out exactly that way. I remember two close calls. One where I was stabbed in the back by my own twin brother. Can you believe that?
By your own twin brother?
Yeah.
Sure.
So I almost died that day. Had my biggest sister, not rushed me to the hospital. And I was in ICU. I was in critical condition. I was there in hospital recovering for about a week. And then I eventually went home. And on another serious occasion that also changed my life is when I was stabbed in the face with a bottle. I remember when I was stabbed, you could see my cheekbone and my whole face was swollen up, and also my whole face was swollen up and blood vessels in my eyes burst because of the pressure. And I remember thinking that I was stitched up, but we still remained the messed up little boys. It's like we didn't want to listen.
Yes.
But in all honesty, our life almost turned out exactly the way people said it would either be in prison or dead. But it's in our final year of high school that me and my brother's life had an amazing turnaround.
Actually, my next question to where was the turning point? Where did you say this is enough?
Well, we continued on the downward spirals, the spiral that our life was heading on for quite some time, because we often found our source of identity in gangsterism, because the gang is almost like a family. And for any troubled youth that comes from a disadvantaged background, he struggles with his identity, and he often looks for any place that often validates and affirms him and gives him that sense of worth. Yeah,
so basically you guys were failing to identify yourself as young people, to say, where are we coming from and where are we going to?
Exactly.
Wow.
And I've learned that when somebody does not know who they are, that potential for abuse becomes inevitable.
Wow.
So because we didn't know who we are, we tried to find our identity in gangsterism and drugs, and in even a promiscuous lifestyle and partying and all of that. But although me and my brother, both of us failed and repeated the grade, it is in our final year of high school that we met a group called the For Change Foundation.
For Change Foundation.
Now this is a social NGO that goes into school, that specializes in bringing transformation in the lives of the marginalized, the downcast, and the oppressed youth of our society. And because these people came into our life in the time when we needed it the most, they were like the bigger brothers and sisters that we never had. They were the good role models that we desired to see and have. And because of their guiding and their mentoring, me and my brothers since learned to sow and become more.
Wow. So that is Elroy in a nutshell. But we're still chilling out here with Elroy at the Empower Conference. You guys stick around and we'll see you after the break.
Measure your success on the strength of your impact and not the size of your paycheck. You cannot expect above average results with mediocre effort. Success is a deliberate attempt to an end goal and not a coincidental event. And although you might fail from time to time, it is by striving that you're already winning. Good things might happen to those that wait, but great things happen to those who diligently plan and take action. Join me at Empower 2017 and let me help you unleash your personal greatness now.
You're still watching Taura with the Prince. I'm your boy Russell, aka the Prince. We're still sitting here with Elroy Cook. As you heard from before the break, that he was into gangsterism. He went on a spiral road where him and his brothers were only bound for two places, either the morgue or either in the prison. And today we are sitting here just hearing about his life story, and I see he also has a book called Vision. Elroy, tell us about this book. What is it all about?
Well, my book, Vision, the Pathway to Your Dream, is when I was asked to write an article by a magazine, that is when I discovered the shocking revelation that too many people dream big dreams only in the confines of their mind. But sadly never get to experience the reality of those dreams. Russell, have you ever asked yourself perhaps what separates dreamers from achievers? Well, this vital fact is not aptitude, genetics, or lack of resources, but it's lack of vision. Wow. That is why the poorest man alive is not the man without any money, but it's the man without a vision for his life. What is vision? Vision is the calculated and strategic actions taken in response to your life's purpose. You say to me you have big dreams. I ask you, is your vision big enough to meet the demands of your dreams? Wow. Vision sees the detail and meets the demand of your dreams. For no build the builds without counting the cost first. Having dreams will cost you nothing. But having vision will cost you blood, sweat, and tears, and at times cause you to move beyond the threshold of some of your disappointments and fears. So in this book, I present 7 components of vision that is uniquely designed by myself to help the reader transform their life and fulfill their dreams and know the joy of a purposeful, driven life, and live a life of significance and tremendous and profound impact.
So basically, your book is trying to say it doesn't matter if you have a dream, but if you don't have a vision,
it can never happen.
It can never happen.
Exactly.
So, is it also the same if someone has a vision but doesn't have a dream?
If somebody has a vision but doesn't have a dream?
Yes.
Well, I believe you cannot have a vision without having a compelling dream. Having a dream necessitates that the dream is the inception of an idea, an outcome, a goal. It's an aspiration. But the vision is the strategic. Vision is simply when the mind joins reason with possibility. It's the map way. It's the coordinates that get you from point A to B. So I don't believe somebody can have a vision without having a compelling dream. Because it starts first at your dream, because the dream is the inception of that idea. That point and place that you're aiming towards. That's the starting point, that's the spark. You can have that, but many people have that without it being. I can give another simple analogy. If we look at your puzzle, usually on the box you have the complete picture. Now that complete picture on the box, what is it? It's the final outcome, it's your dream.
Yes.
But then the different puzzle pieces, what is that? That is your components. So you cannot get to the final outcome of the picture that's on the box without assembling the components correctly. It's only when you assemble the components, this is vision in action. When you strategically assemble the components correctly, that it gets you to the final outcome of the complete picture, which is your dream.
Yo, so obviously you guys are hearing what this book is all about. You guys need to get a copy. It's a powerful book. So where can people get this book?
My book is currently available on Amazon. It's available in paperback, but it's also available in Kindle edition, so they can get it from those places. But also, I'm one of the sole distributors, me and some of my friends. So they can also personally make contact with me through my website, www.taura.com. You can check me out, and they can make contact with us on our website, and we'll make sure they get a copy.
And can some people get it on Kindle? Can they get it on Play Store?
They can get it on Kindle, they can get it on Amazon, on Play Store, those other places that it's also available, so they can get it.
So, all right, what I want you to do is I want you to look into the camera. There's a lot of young people that are looking at you and saying, yeah, gangsterism, but how did he get there? How did he manage to turn his life around? What words of advice would you like to give a young person like this one sitting right there in this room, this one sitting down there, worrying about his future, worrying about how is he going to get out of these problems? What have you got to say to this young person?
Well, to the young person, I want to say today is that when you stop giving yourself excuses, that is when a world of endless opportunities and possibilities arises. Obstacles become conquerable. Storms become endurable. Giving up is not probable, meaning likely not to happen. Victory becomes inevitable, and guess what, baby? You become unstoppable. And just the mere fact that you are still alive and still breathing, there is divine evidence from God that your dreams, no matter how big it might be, no matter how long it takes, still has a chance of finding visible expression in your life.
Wow. We're sitting here at Empower with Elroy Cook. Amazing speaker. You guys need to go on his website, go on his Facebook page, social media, check him out. He's a powerful speaker. You guys can even invite him to some of your functions. Get a link up with him, and also buy his book. He's got a very powerful book. You guys get to read about it. So we're still here at Empower 2017. Check you after the break. Thank you very much for joining us on Taura with the Prince. I'm here at Empower 2017, where men and women of God who are being empowered, who are being given the business financing of the heavenly King himself, Jesus, who died for us on the cross to be able to be where we are right now. Thank you very much to Elroy for coming onto the show. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to what he had to say. He had some powerful words to talk to us. At the moment, we're just going to close down. This is not part of the season, but this is one event that we're invited to just to showcase what they're doing. There are many people out there who are doing powerful things, who are doing unimaginable things, and you too sitting there at home can also do something. So we brought you here to see what businessmen in the kingdom of God are doing, and you too can transform your life to the best businessman in the kingdom. So thank you very much. For me, Russell, aka the Prince, I'm signing out and saying thank you and see you next week.
But that is not what it means at all. It means saying no to the 100 other good ideas. You got to choose very carefully. I like what the world-renowned leadership expert and author says, Robin Sharma. He says so beautifully. He says the primary reason people and organizations fail to get to greatness is because they try to be too many things to too many people.
Join me at Empower 2017 and let me help you unleash your personal greatness now.